Oh, I'm live. Cool. So, hi everybody.
Nice.
I'm Musaki. I was just here for Portal. You may remember me. And with me I have the_hat, also here from Portal. Help me explain some things from this game. So, I'm gonna get
Hello.
started right away because there's an intro cutscene we have to watch. And then, right at the end, I'll tell you when time starts. So, I don't really understand this intro cutscene. I don't think anyone really does. Yes, I agree, I'm Sushi. Who is this guy? Discord. Okay. Yeah, I don't really understand this intro cutscene other than to just tell you you're at Aperture Laboratories. It's just kind of a thing that's here.
Yeah, there's some weird motion blur for whatever reason.
Yeah, motion blur, random things happen. Actually, one cool thing is that if you load a different map while the motion blur is happening, it'll continue on through other maps and it won't go away. But time's about to start once this white flash happens. So, time.
Hello, and welcome
So-
to the Paint Gun Testing Initiative. You have been in hibernation for
Start off in a very cozy bathroom.
Yes, this nice toilet here is my only friend.
Please leave the restroom whenever you are ready.
And I have this nice comfy bedroom as well. Nice bed, it's very nice. It's gone. This painting, oh,
We've got
the
much
painting
to do,
left me.
so please exit your room.
So, the first thing you'll notice is that we bunny hop through these chambers because
Anyways,
bunny hopping is the fastest way to get around in Portal 2.
testing hasn't officially begun yet.
And we also do this
Yeah.
thing called speedball strafing because for some reason if you strafe up against a wall and jump, you go a lot faster.
The
But this
Portal
is-
2
yeah.
engine is like a sort of different version of the original Source engine, so you can't do some of the other cool tricks like ABHs or save glitches.
If you could, it would be a lot faster. Also, those
Yeah.
portals that we went through is the only portals we're going to use in the entire game. So I hope you got your good glimpse of them. This first level, they're just trying to teach us about the mechanics of the game, which is kind of silly because
go without any problem.
you have to own Portal 2 to have played this game.
Device and let the
So,
backend delivery system take us to the first test involving paint.
So in this next level, you're gonna get the paint gun, and it's only gonna be the blue gel, so you can bounce off of it, but you can't really speed up. That's the orange gel.
Don't worry, it'll all make sense as we progress. Let me see. There.
aw, dang it, I didn't get the good B-hop sequence.
Try firing your gun.
Oh well.
You solved that really fast. Now, this next chamber should offer more of a challenge for us. Well, very good. Nice. Okay.
Lil
maybe
Larry.
it's time to introduce myself. I'm Nigel, and I will be your testing associate.
Oh,
for
that
this
was bad.
testing track. Glad to
I'm
meet
dumb.
you. Test subject name.
EDQs are fun, people. People just like to hate it.
Don't worry, I'll get that checked.
Okay. So, right here, we do a thing where you walk up against a wall and get a boost off of it. You actually have to have 0 velocity to be able to do that. If you have any momentum at all before you do it, you get shot in the wrong direction and bad things happen. So, there's technically a faster way of doing that, but I don't want to risk that. Because if you mess it up, you have to restart that whole big thing.
Cleaning that stuff up is horribly expensive, so just please only spray where you think is necessary. Our Aperture Science sentient washing servos will thank you.
Okay.
Now this is the advanced
So,
jumping training course. It will
This level
how to navigate
is
future test
pretty much every single thing in it is skipped because there's a slightly faster way of doing it, including this last part here where there's this puzzle where we get a cube and put it on a button, but we can just literally just fall to the very end.
nicely
Another thing to note is you'll see that he has the orange gel like on his gun,
Yeah,
but you have to go through one of the levels to unlock it.
yeah, there's these fizzlers that give us which gel we can and can't use for some reason, and the orange gel, there aren't orange gel fizzlers until later on. pretty much.
Look at this.
Oh, and this one here, there's this big TV that's gonna pop up. This giant TV, and we can block it by literally just standing in front of it.
Now you can look at me. So
It's just something fun.
You know you're being watched, cause you can watch me too. How cool is that? Oh, the door. Let me get that for you.
And right here, we jump out of the door and then come back to hit an autosave so that in case I mess this up, which I shouldn't, then we're all good. I messed it up.
Rip.
But we're fine because we hit the audio save. I was trying to go for the fast strat and then I decided not to. So that way to jump up there is slightly slower. It's just safer. And here, also you could technically jump straight to this platform and skip that last jump. But it's just safer to do it that way.
Although I can see you all the time you're in the ventilatory dispatch system.
Cool.
Now this is where the fun begins. A real puzzle. You will have to use all.
So this one's a real puzzle. So this one's gonna be very difficult, and there's gonna be a lot of stuff happening. Totally. We're not gonna jump straight to the end because this is not a speedrun. Oh wait, what's this? What's this little? What am I skipping stuff? I think I'm cheating. Okay, so as you can see, we got up here to this cube, very intended-like. And skip those turrets.
Nicely done. You may now exit the room. Chop chop. You should be able to reach the exit.
And we're at the very end. So now we get to see these long tube rides that 3 levels in a row have them, and no other levels have them. And I have no idea why they're here other than to show off how cool the game is. Yeah. The last one? Yeah. But yeah. So, not much else to do other than wait right here. Okay. So this level, if you guys watch the Portal 1 and Portal 2 runs, you may recognize this level, because it has been in every single Portal game, except Portal Stories Mel.
It was supposed to be solved with a portal gun. Wicked stuff. I'm sure there's a way we could solve it in our way.
Right there, we do that little skip to skip having to go down there and get the cube, but we can just have it come to us.
Done. I couldn't have done it better myself.
And there's just a little optimization to optimize everything. I don't know. For some reason, they put a hole in the ceiling that we can jump through. That's all it is.
Alright, hi. I was killed for a second, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I was like, why are you being so silent? Okay, this run's going pretty good so far.
Yeah, it seems like you're pulling off everything pretty well.
Either first or second.
Yeah. God, these tube rides.
So this one also has portals in it, except we don't use portals, because portals are slow. So I found this while I was practicing for this like 20 minutes ago, so if I get this wrong a couple times, it'll be fine. So the old way of doing that is that you do a circle strafe at the very corner and try to make it across. But the way I just did it there seems a lot easier, and it can actually be faster if you get it first try. So here's the last of these long tube rides. This one's the shortest of all of them. But yeah. So here's where we finally get the speed gel, and because we want to go as fast as we can to get it, we actually skip the process of getting it and just go straight to... Oh, we miss it. We go straight to getting it by jumping on this whiteboard here, and just jumping straight to it. And normally there's a second button we have to press to open the door to get to that button, but that's slow, and we don't like slow because speed gel.
Yeah.
And,
at first you only have the speed gel, but once you get the speed gel and blue gel, you can do some pretty crazy launches.
And one thing I should mention is that there's a very broken thing with the speed gel, where if you crouch and walk on it, you build up speed exponentially as opposed to just normal. Because the game counts how long you've been on the speed gel, not how far you've gone, and I can't jump because there's displacements and such. And it's very broken in that regard. If they had done it where it goes on how far you've gone, it would be nowhere near as broken. That level we skipped, having to go on this long track. But yeah. Oh, so here's this amazingly well-designed map that we literally just jump straight to the end of the map. Like, absolutely nothing except going straight to the end. There's this long circuit we're supposed to go around that takes like 40 seconds to do, but we can just jump straight to the final platform that you're actually supposed to go to. And there, I walked off of the platform right away because the trigger is all on this entire ground, and so just walking off is the fastest way.
This chamber can be quite hard to nail down on the first try, so I trained up. So don't be afraid to fall down.
So here,
Okay, now we just have to find a way into the entrance of the test.
here's another one where
What did you do?
there's this big thing that's supposed to take you a long time to do, and you're not supposed to have the portal gun, or not portal gun, it's the gel gun for this part, but we can just jump straight to this part. So right now you're not supposed to have the gel gun, or you are, but you're not supposed to be able to use it, but we can just use it because we're fast.
That's one mystery solved. Unfortunately, I cannot trace science. I thought our testing
And yeah.
Careful. Proceed to the next chamber.
Obi. There we go.
Introduction to Fizzler. This one should be pretty easy.
So this one, they're introducing the Fizzler, even though we've had so many levels with the Fizzler already.
What is this? No.
And because it's introducing us to the Fizzler, obviously we're gonna skip the Fizzler.
Nigel, subject N3WB.
Oh, we're not.
Controls. Password. I don't know a password.
I jumped in the wrong spot. Smart. So we get to this final platform over here, and if I could jump, can't. Sleep. We're at the very end because for some reason the door is opened automatically for us.
Unfortunately,
But-
the metal music was part of the test.
And then
So
it's opened automatically for us, and then by doing the thing that completes the level, it messes it up for some reason. So we just skip that.
Advanced flow mechanics. While there is no time limit to this test, it is encouraged that we make an effort to be quick. You never
So he
know
tells
what-
us to be quick for this level, so we're gonna do it the quickest way we can, which is a little pinch shot that
Good, but not
brings us literally to the door that completes the level.
your...
We actually finish it before he finishes the dialogue saying that we completed the level.
Remember that time I said we were not going to recycle old test chambers? It turns out I was wrong. Have fun.
So here's another level that if you've seen or played Portal 2, you'll recognize. This is the column blocker level, except they give us the portals in this one because they're nice. Oh. Oh, I'm smart. Oh, cool. It's over here now. Oh, another thing is that in this game, when you save and load, it changes completely where cubes end up going. You'll see it later in another level if I mess it up, which hopefully I won't.
Don't worry, I stopped the door to the elevator
Yeah.
opening automatically.
That's about it. That was not very good for that level, but it worked.
Now this test does make use of portals.
So here's another one with portals in it.
Never bumped into them before.
That, once again, portals are slow. So we decide to just abuse the game's mechanics and jump straight to the end.
See, portals are a piece of cake.
And that's it.
Nothing out of this world.
Are you still there, Hat?
Strange sense of deja
I am
vu.
still here.
Okay, good.
I was just busy with something else. Sorry about that.
How can you be busy when there's apertures being tagged?
Science, but more importantly,
Yeah.
for the future. Because
So this one doesn't really have too much that we skip.
more importantly, science. Good luck.
That one, for some reason, if you go at it from the wrong angle, it will do that where it just ejects you. But we were fine. So we triggered that, and there's not really much that we skip, it's just mostly just optimizations like this, where you don't kill the turrets and you just go straight to the
I
end.
believe you can beat this experiment. I mean the reactor. I mean, never mind. Move along. All right.
So here's totally the last level of the game.
If you solve
It's
this
not,
test,
by the way.
it means you are eligible to perform a series of highly dangerous procedures.
He says it's the last level, but then after this is done, we have another level, and then another level after that, and then quite a few levels after that.
It's just like Wheatley from Portal 2.
He says we're all done. Oh wait, we're not all done. We do a little pinch shot there to skip the puzzle, because for some reason that door just opens up for us.
Of Aperture science.
It does. So now that we beat every single level that he made for us, now we get to do even more stuff.
As I said, you made it through the experiment, but if you want to survive, you have to listen to me and do what I say. First thing, jump over that gap. Now go through
Well, that
the
was
door
very
says
good.
Authorized personnel only. Don't worry,
It was
the authorized
almost
personnel-
optimal. So, fizzlers normally get paint off of objects, but this chair, for some reason, this chair is very special and lets us keep the paint on it. And hopefully this chair will rotate a bit.
We will discuss this later. I am in the middle of an experiment. I'm sorry, I've got to fix something. Just get to the control
That's
panel on the bottom.
annoying.
I will catch you later.
Oh, dang it. Okay, that's something I don't want to happen. Okay, no. Okay, this works. So this chair is very nice because if we bring this with us, we can use it to jump up and hit these buttons that normally we need to go through this big elevator and get gel again. And there's this big obstacle course that we're supposed to do, but if we load the autosave after we press that button to skip it, it will bring us to directly to the next level.
Jumping off the chairs is quite annoying though, because of how they're shaped.
Yeah, the way that the chairs are shaped, the way that it's easiest to jump off of it, it rarely lands that way. And if it does land that way, it can very easily get tilted and bad. So we like being able to spray everywhere, so we bring the paint gun with us. So now we can still spray stuff. They tried to take it away from us, but we don't like that.
I have very high expectations for you. You are definitely the best of the best.
So,
Also, yes, that was the Truman Show.
Kappa, kappa, kappa.
Good work.
So we did all of that, and it ended up being that we could totally skip the entire level just because we just wanted to skip that one thing.
I know what you must be wondering. What are we testing?
So here's another level where we skip getting the second gel because we don't need it, and frankly it's faster. Oh, it's faster if we can play the game. So right here, we just need to set it there and get rid of it because we don't need it anymore. And right here we do a little strafing to build up some speed, and we get right across the gap.
I am pretty sure I mentioned my name somewhere before.
Huh.
Don't worry though. Those other answers will all be answered later on. It's not like we will end the test abruptly. We have more than enough funding. Thanks, Atranium. Okay.
So here's one that's a little different, that instead of skipping getting the second gel, we skip the process of getting the second gel by doing a little bounce off of this cube here to get right there. And so right across this gap is the second gel. And if you saw me press the button with the cube, that was simply because that puts an autosave there, and if I were to mess that up, I would be able to not have to restart the whole level.
Maybe not an hour, but you still idle for quite a while, just doing nothing, supposedly thinking how to solve the test. Oh yeah, you did a terrific job. Keep it up.
This would actually be a good time to mention that in this game, you're not allowed to make quick saves. The game technically itself allows it, but the category doesn't. So we just have to work with whatever autosaves it gives us. So that crusher there doesn't actually kill us for some reason. We can just go across it and ignore it. So right here I'm about to do a trick called a stuck launch. And this is actually where stuck launches in Portal 2 were discovered. In this mod, and I don't have CL Showpause on, so I'm gonna guess it's right about there. I guessed correctly. Okay.
Sick.
But yeah. So stuck launches in Portal 2, the main game, are it saves about 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes in the normal category. So being able to have found it in a mod is pretty cool. So right here, once again, we don't like puzzles. So there's a big puzzle right there, but we can literally just go around the puzzle and go to the end.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed already, you can basically skip most of the maps by just launching somewhere.
Yes. These guys took a lot of inspiration from Valve and being able to make well-designed maps. So, pretty much every single level, the main part of it can be skipped or optimized to a point where you don't even get the full experience. The reason that quick saves are most likely, this is the reason I think, the reason that they're banned is because in Portal 2, the category, the main category is SS, single segment, and so when they started doing runs of this, they just assumed that would be the rules, which is dumb.
Experienced a negative emotion while testing? Fill out the appropriate submission form at the end of the test. A not so fun fact. The water in this
So in this one, I'm gonna try and do a cool thing. If not, I'll do it the slightly slower way. Yeah, I'm gonna just do it the slightly slower way because I frankly do not want to be sitting here a while. So right here, they actually knew you could get up there and do that. So if you get hit by that little sizzle there 3 times, you actually die.
It's insignificant. Great scientific
And so we actually get hit by it twice, which is the perfect amount of time.
This chamber only uses the blue gel.
So this is the second to last level in the game.
Whoever designed this
In this one we only get the blue gel, but that's all we really need because very broken. So here's the one where if I reload, it actually resets where the cube falls. And so instead of landing right next to me, it'll fall off. And for some reason this is not working. So there's a slower way that I don't want to do because it's very annoying. But I might have to. This was working fine earlier, so hopefully it'll just be one more. Okay.
It's worth mentioning that strafing in Portal 2 is kind of nerfed
Oh, yes.
as well.
Air control in the Source engine is practically non-existent. And another mod of Portal 2 that I run, which is the Beginner's Guide, it's even worse. And you should go check out that game, because I have world record in that game.
Beginner's Guide has virtually no air control.
Anything above 300 units per second is basically nothing. Like, no air control. So right there, hold on.
Also, I'm not allowed to
There's a trick. There's a dialogue skip.
into acronyms now. So we'll just have to live with it.
Yes, MSUSI, I'll reset.
For you. Because we are near the end of the test, of course.
Okay. But one thing I should mention is that in that last level, there's a fizzler that is at the perfect height that we just skip. Like, it's at the perfect height where we can skip having to throw the cube and wait for it. And there's the reason it's actually at the perfect height is because when they were designing this game, they actually programmed it wrong so that this fizzler that just disintegrated is both supposed to kill me and the cube, but they programmed it wrong so it only kills me. So it's perfect like that. And these turrets are very rude, and so we just like to shoot them. And if we're lucky, they'll go inside the tube and it'll be cool. No. Third time's the charm. No, darn it. Okay, so anyway, they can go up this tube and it's funny.
That first one was pretty close.
Yeah, they were all pretty close, it's just they didn't get it.
Oh yeah.
So these turrets are very effective. Yeah. So this last little bit that we're doing here, we don't want to wait for it to get all the way there, so we do a little circle jump to the end right here. And here's the last little bit where we fall in. And we have to wait about 20 seconds in here, and then it'll be time. So I'll just say it once it gets to there. And at this point you would know if you get a PB or not. So we're at the very end here. And time. Cool. That was
nice.
Aperture tag. It's not the most appreciated game out of all of the Source games. Lots of people like Portal 1 or Portal 2 but a lot better than this game. But that was very good. I think it's a cool game, and it's on sale right now for 99 cents, so you should go buy it and play it and beat my time, because it's very easy to beat my time. So yeah, reset. Cool. Thanks for having me. I think I'll be helping out with Hat's run later. He's doing Half-Life 2 on Portal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go watch that later.
Fun.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Have fun with the marathon.